So, the Prime Minister of my country, Trinidad and Tobago, gave a speech to CARICOM, our regional organization for Caribbean cooperation, reaffirming her support for American intervention in Venezuela, in the Caribbean, and in Cuba. You know, some of the things I talk about on here, like culture and identity, might seem trivial when you look at the geopolitical and economic landscape. But I think it's all related, especially for countries which are smaller and more vulnerable like ours. We have to be discerning because they are larger and more powerful entities who are always looking to exploit the likes of us. And how we treat with the reality of that situation is related to how we see ourselves and our place in the world. I once knew a brilliant man, a professor of archaeology from Sudan, who I met when I was working with refugees in Ireland. And in our meetings, he told me about what it was like when the Chinese came to Africa. I think I casually mentioned something about, how unfortunate it was that they were practicing this sort of neo-colonialism. But he added a lot of depth to my understanding. He said that for him, he looked at the Chinese and he saw that they were interested in using his country and other countries to make money. They were business people. And this, he said, was unlike the Europeans who came before them, who wanted everything, not just their resources, but also their minds and their souls. And I just felt like this was an example of the kind of discernment that we have to have, given the reality that things are not set up for the benefits of us. And so the personal becomes even more political now as the global order seems to be in the process of being reshuffled. The previous liberal order was built on the lie of stability. And if you want to see recent evidence of this, you can look at the leaked text exchanges between Macron and Trump. And this veneer of stability sort of papers over the inequality and exploitation, which we, who are on the other side, always knew was there. And we kind of feel it intuitively, right? That things are not set up for the benefit of us, even if not all of us are as articulate as someone like Prime Minister Mia Mottley in expressing this. Who and what we align with is, I think, intimately linked to how we see ourselves and what values we have. So all of the shakeups that we've been seeing recently reveal fissures. For example, maybe since independence, we've kind of gone along with the story that we are all one people. But it turns out some of us are closer or want to be closer to those who harm us and benefit from our eternal servitude. And that's why I find it useful to explore the why of all of this. What I'm choosing to do right now, because I think it's the only thing that keeps me from going over the precipice of sanity, is to think about this as an opportunity to heal those cracks which we've ignored for so long. I personally believe that the answer lies not in pretending we are all the same and buying into the idea that a fragile nation state identity will be enough to keep us together. It has been shown that this isn't the case. I think that we will be stronger if we tap into the strength of our diverse lineages and inheritances. We don't all have to be the same to work together, but we do all have to know and love ourselves to be able to love each other. We, from small places, can either trust that the tyrant will never turn on us and work to protect our interests for some reason, or we can recognize our shared position and find strength in the collective. There aren't a whole lot of options. We have to speed run our liberation. We're running out of time.